Okay, here is doing crown 101. So if we look at the end of the crown, two things. This is the face that's going to sit against the wall or the cabinet, and this is the face that's going to sit against the ceiling. So you can place your crown, if you look at this thing here, two ways. We can set it like this so that the crown sits like it is. This being the ceiling and this being the wall. So we have to look at the crown as we're being upside down. This is one of the simplest ways to kind of hold the piece in order. So we're going to take a measurement here. We're going to measure across here. Let's say we need an 8-inch piece. So we're going to put 8 inches. There's our line. We're going to cut this way on it. And you should always do a little triangle on where you want the point to be. So we take the saw and we rotate it over to 45 degrees. We bring it here, we bring it in close to the face. Now, one of these little tricks, it's hard to find where this thing rolls. So you have to kind of push it into place. And what I like to try and do is I'll cut the piece a little bit long. Two reasons is if the board, if you look down here, you see where it's not touching here and here, and it's twisting, we want to be able to cut the board a little bit long so that we can reshape it. So we're going to do the first cut. Okay. Now we're just about right on the mark, but you see we're off just a little bit. So I'm just going to very carefully move it in. Hold it again. Now we want to make sure that that line is right there. Now that's exactly 8 inches of run. Now this is obviously going to be longer. So now we need to do the other side of the cut. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. This is the ceiling. This is our wall. And we'll do another, let's do another little 8-inch cut. Okay, so we rotate the saw back over to this 45. And again, we'll make sure, look here, Quentin, right here. See where the blade and gonna meet? Now, if you look at the whole board, you see how we're up here and here. Now, if I cut it and save that as my piece, it's going to make it wrong. So what I need to do is make sure it's pushed down, cut it, and then recut. The board will then lay flat on the saw where it's supposed to be. I'll just slide that away. It's very important that you get it just right. And it's sitting right where it's supposed to be. Okay, so now that you got both pieces here, we can marry the two. And if your 45 was right, everything will join up nice like that. The back side of this should be a perfect square. And the joint should be able to be glued together and held. And if you take some tape and you tape across here, and then you want to tape it in here, or if you're putting it up on a ceiling, if you're doing an any cut, it all depends. But basically the technique always the same. Crown upside down, make your cut.